didn't know that.
I know. I can talk. Look. I didn't have enough experience in talking with people. And I know what road they can walk and what road they won't walk.
Okay. Let's go do it.
But let's talk about my road though. I've been in both shoes, man. Like I've been that nigga that you talking about.
Right.
That's on South Third.
Right.
And I came out of that though. So how did I come out of my situation if it's not a choice? Because I had to make a choice.
Bobby, still, like I keep saying, everybody keeps saying, well, it's a choice. Do you think if we get on a bench press right now, you think I was gonna bench press the same thing?
No.
All right, I'm gonna tell you. You think if we all get out there and run, we gonna run the same thing?
It's no possible way.
You think we
what
not
does that have to do with choice?
I'm gonna tell you, our level of consciousness is not equal either.
What does that have to do with
It got a whole lot to do with it. If your level of consciousness is not on the same level, we're gonna make different decisions. You see what I'm saying? Our decision making gonna be different.
Yeah.
When I see you with yourself, you doing a great thing. That's a powerful thing. That's a very powerful thing.
But we talking about choice. So explain what you saying.
But your choices is gonna be based on the education that you receive.
Everybody get the same.
No, everybody don't get the same education.
Everybody get the same. Everybody get the same right to an education. That's what you do with that education.
Everybody don't get the same right. Because see, we go to different schools right now, and see what people say tells me what they really doing and what they really know.
Tell me why they don't have the right to the same education.
Let's go. Let's start going. Let's start going to different cities.
No, let's stay in
We go look at their textbooks, and it's gonna start telling you that some people are more advanced when they do the test scores. Go look at the different test scores from around here.
And Monroe.
Period.
Let's stick in Monroe.
Now, we stay in Monroe.
Let's stay in Monroe.
None of the test scores gonna be the same at every school. Your level of consciousness is gonna be different, regardless of the right or whatever.
Man,
you keep saying it's a choice.
Joking, make fun, and
are you gonna look at the what about what that child doing in the house?
Let me tell you this.
What about his race?
Let me tell you.
You think all that you keep saying, yeah, your education is the same, no excuses.
Let me offer this in
the house.
I
know you're going about curriculum, but see, the thing is, when they go home, it's no longer the same. It's no longer the same. The importance of him in the house. You got kids, and I went to school with them. They didn't have no meal in the house. They come to school eating up everything. Their mind is based on survival.
Exactly.
Your mind might be your kid mind. You might be able to go to school and get a focus on education. You got other kids who going home. They got to focus on surviving.
Okay,
they got to focus on, man, my big brother selling drugs in the house. My mama, she prostitute. She doing this.
Once again, they got to make to the choice.
As a child,
different world.
Take yourself out of the world. For that 10-year-old though, when you talk about he living in a house with grown people, he ain't taking care of himself. That's not his choice. But he's saying, listen, he still has a choice. Listen what I'm saying. You keep saying that that kid got a choice. Why do you raise your son? Because think about that question. Why do you try to teach your son right from wrong? Because it's important.
You don't want your child
Listen what I'm saying. It's gonna be important on his decision making. You know it's gonna be important.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. You got kids that's not getting that instilled in them. They gonna be different. They gonna act different. You see what I'm saying? You keep saying it's a choice. No, you don't. You keep saying you understand. I'm telling you, it's kids that come up and ain't never been told I love them. They ain't never had life broken down to them.
So with that being said that they never had that, you saying that they can't be a better person in life?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that has a lot to do with what's going on around here. You can't ignore and say, well, he made a choice. It has a lot to factor in. Confidence for one. If you're on anything, you let that doubt start creeping in on you, it's gonna become his own worst enemy within you. If you let that doubt creep in.
One of the richest people,
one of the things that
in the world didn't have, he wasn't at home with his mom and his daddy. He didn't have things.
It's a choice thing, man.
But like in the person I'm talking about, Jay-Z though, like that nigga is a bitch.
Look how he live.
I get what you're saying.
Look at LeBron.
I ain't making no. Hold up.
LeBron. His mama
You see what the argument you trying to prove? You trying to say that okay? You gonna take this small number of people and say and answer them up and be like, okay. Man, look,
but
what
if
you think
every kid that you talking about, that brother selling dope,
I'm gonna tell you why is you raising your son the way you raising your son?
Because he don't want him to have to make that choice. Whether he gonna be one of his right. He gonna make sure he go right around. But you talking about they still got a choice.
No, what I'm saying is, what's the purpose of raising if you just gonna say everybody got a choice?
So we don't have a choice.
Yeah, we got a choice.
Because he gonna make his choice easier, man.
What's their choice?
Once upon a time, they got people like this. They didn't have a choice. They didn't have a choice. You get the right.
Now we
but see, hold up.
They not living
The only thing you gotta do is get that ball rolling in that wrong direction and keep it coming. Pull and educate them, man. What both of y'all need to get the Willie Lynch book and understand.
I know
You gotta understand the system.
You need to get the whole Bible.
Man, I got it. You gotta get the system in place. And guess what? In that Bible, you gonna read about how the Hebrews got their history and everything, took it from them. How can you sit up and say it don't got nothing to do with it when you read your Bible? We didn't talk about this. Hold on, we didn't talk about this. About how you read your Bible, you just read about what happened to the Hebrew Israelites in the Bible. How they got their history took from them. And you keep saying, hold up, you keep saying.
What part of the Bible is that?
When it's the Old Testament.
The Old Testament. Do we live by the Old Testament?
Hold up, but you tell me, hold up. You say we don't live by the Old Testament. I tell you what you do, my brother. You get the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy, and you read that whole chapter, and line it up. Well, what the conditions that went on almost exactly the same amount of time as what went on with the American black man. Read it. Don't sit up there and just listen to me. Read it. You keep saying, do we live by the Old Testament? But things in the Old Testament, they got some certain parts that line up with what's going on right now. So what you do? You read.
What does the New Testament say?
Hold up.
Turn the other cheek.
You read Deuteronomy 28, and then you get a little history on what happened to black people here, and you line it up, and then you tell me, oh, that's a choice. Why you don't use that excuse? Hold up, why you
making a lot of excuses for black people?
I'm making a lot of excuses. No, I ain't making a lot of excuses. Hold up, can I explain? Y'all, no, look, I done wasted time. Hold on, I done wasted time sit up there, because I'm gonna bring it back what I'm talking about after you've been educated. Yeah, after you know the things and how to avoid certain things, it's no longer somebody else's fault. Because a lot of the things that people go through, a lot of them just don't know why they think like this. Why is this dude here so mad? Why is this? You gotta take time to psychologically ask the psychology to a person's decision making. Ask them to
down to it, it's still about.
Man, look, I tell you what. Just you just need to study a little more history. Because you keep saying at the end of the day it's still about choice.
It is.
If it's about choice, then what's the importance of raising your kids? You still ain't
So he can make the right choice.
Exactly. And it's too many. So he can make the right choice. You keep saying, damn, I pulled. This kid got pulled.
You make the wrong choice enough times, you gonna know what choice not to make.
Exactly.
So you learn from your mistakes.
Look what I'm saying. You keep ignoring the whole system that was put in place. I get what y'all brothers saying. I'm not making excuses for black people. I'm not.
We allowed to.
You know what I'm saying? You keep saying we allowed it. But you tell me what 8, 9-year-olds can do with grown people that they took them hostage and raised them and trained them to think how they want them to think.
You know what?
So
I'm not gonna live like that.
Man, you keep saying they make that choice.
Okay,
that's not true.
Was Roots
Roots
a real story?
Some of them. It had a lot to do. But Kunta Kinte, hold up, that's what I just said. The original man that came over on the boat, they knew about themselves. I knew about it. They Kunta, but you take one of
over years where they women and babies and
but look, you take one of those little boys that were raised up in that system that they know shit, he wouldn't have had to get hit with that whip that many times. He wouldn't have been running away that many times because that's a condition that he already was born into. See, you ain't using no psychology. You just saying,
but
you made a choice. You made a choice. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you, you just don't understand the whole points that I'm making. I understand what both y'all saying. Y'all ain't gonna understand what I'm saying because you ain't better line it up right like I line it up. You get what I'm saying?
Well, you gotta explain it.
I'm trying to. You keep saying, and he keeps saying, man, that's a choice at the end of the day. I keep saying, well, if you just gonna put it on choice, why is it important for you to raise your kid? And then you just said to make the right choice.
Well, Brian,
okay, hold on. This is what I'm saying. You just said to make the right choice.
That ain't what he said.
He did say.
I'm talking about what Brian said.
Hold on, let me make my point.
He said if you make enough mistakes in your life,
I get that. But
that's what the parent for to prevent them from even having to
right. I agree with that. But what I'm saying, you just said to make the right choice. I respect it, and that's the right thing to do. That's the truth.
How many wrong choices have you made?
Hold on. You keep cutting me off.
That's how I feel.
Hold on.
You keep cutting me off.
Look how many kids that don't get the right raising, and that's what you're judging against. You judging against the majority that don't get the right raising. And you compare it to the ones who do.
I'm sure.
And you try to say it's all level. We can all take a math test. All of us ain't gonna grade the same.
Larry.
We can all take and when you talk about choice,
that's not choice.
Man, look, you can
not
say
choice.
Hold on.
That's not choice.
We can take hold on.
Is that choice?
But it got something to do with your
That's not choice.
It got something to do with your education.
That's not choice though, man.
Education is education.
It's not choice.
There's many forms of education.
That's not choice.
Look,
education and choice is two.
Your knowledge, you make a lot of decisions.
Come up, man.
Based on your knowledge and based on, are you saying, shit?
Look, man.
The education, dude. I done been.
You talking about school education, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm just saying education in general.
You talking about school education? Or you talking about hard knock life education?
I had both, man.
I know you have. Are you making the same decision that you made?
I did, but listen though, when I was doing the shit that I was doing, just think about it. I done been to Washington, I done been to there. Them two of the best schools in Monroe, besides West Monroe. But when I went to both of them, I wasn't even paying attention to the shit I was being taught. The most education I got was when I went and got my GED. But you'll look at that like, oh man, your GED ain't. I'm saying people. I don't. People. I don't look at it like that. People look at a GED like it's not better than a high school diploma, but at the same time, it wasn't because it was just the simple fact that that's when I paid attention. I made the decision, the choice to pay attention then because I felt like I had missed out on so much from being when I was in high school because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't make that decision then.
I get your point. I really do. And I understand what you're saying. But what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about breaking down, I'm talking about people individual. I'm talking about how a system is working against a particular people. It's not to get the 100%. And that's what I'm talking to y'all trying to bend my argument.
You say as a mass, like everybody.
My system might not get 100%. But then if I get 75% of you, I'm doing damn good. To do what this system is put in place for, I'm never talking about absolutes. I don't speak on absolutes.
So the way you're saying that 75% is good enough for her?
For the system. That's what they look at. If I can get just this amount to be like this, I do it.
See, you're saying enough to get by, not to get over.
Not what I'm saying. The way the system that's in place that has been put in place against black.
But is it the same system for everybody?
No.
So all white system and a black system.
Whites ain't gonna make it through.
That's true.
It's got a white system and a black system.
We talking about one.
American system.
Hold up. Did you have ever seen a no rednecks sign around? Back then, no rednecks. No trailer park trash.
Well, why don't we talking about that?
No,
let's talk about it now.
But hold up. Those same people that you talking about, let's talk about now. Those same people still walking. No, they ain't. They still walking around here right now. They old people. They walking around here now. Hold on, I'm saying they still walking around now.
They
Hold on. Those same people had to raise their Those same people had to raise their kids out of fear and taught them to be like this. When you gotta think, man. You gotta think how it was when black people have had to raise their kids to be dumb and not learn how to read. Sean read because if you taught to read, that you would be killed. You gotta look at that. You keep saying.
How long that's been over there?
Hold on. You keep saying that. You keep saying it's been a long time ago. But that same generation that we talk about has had to raise children. You ain't looking at the trickle down part. You ain't looking at the trickle down part.
But it's so many generations that came through, man. Come on, bro.
You still looking at it like you gonna tell me that just 50 years ago that black people still being denied this, still being denied loans, still being denied, not even given the opportunity. You gonna tell me that had nothing? Come on, you gonna tell me that? Oh man, that's so long ago. That's so long ago. Young people,
you work hard.
Hold up, I get what you're saying. I ain't saying we shouldn't. See, you creating, you trying to create something. What I'm saying instead of hearing me out.
I'm trying to get. I
don't understand what you're saying.
No, I'm gonna tell you what caused y'all to quit listening. Oh, you feel like Larry trying to make an excuse for black people?
Nah, I'm really.
Tell me,
what's the old stuff?
No, I ain't on that old stuff. You think I'm on that old stuff, DJ?
You think, I know what you're saying. You saying
you
saying the old
I
time.
can tell. When I talk to somebody that ain't been studying their history, when I talk to people that ain't studied their history, they always feel like history ain't important.
No, see, that's not what I'm trying to
do. It's not as important as you trying to make it.
Yes, it is too.
The way my
I tell you why it is.
So you don't got no.
When you talk about your hard knocks, the education that you had to learn the hard knocks, it's a reason why your memory exists. Your memory exists to reflect on your history. You know what I'm saying? So looking at how people move historically, you can look at that. You can evaluate your own life and make the changes on your own life. But you need to know who you are. You need to study the things that you did to become successful and your failures. And you need to acknowledge your failures.
Was your great grandma smart as you are? Even half as smart? No. So what they have to do with anything you talk about? They probably were dumb along the line. But, you know, sooner or later, it's going to have to get better.
I ain't saying it's not going to get better.
Right now, man.
I get what you're saying.
So
I ain't saying that it's not going to get better.
They didn't have opportunities then.
When you walk out that door, you know what you're going to walk out that door saying? Larry making an excuse for black people.
No, man, that's not.
Hold on, that's what he said.
I said that.
That's what he said.
I said it.
And you hear what you just said? No. That's what the man just said out of his own mouth.
I said it.
You get what I'm saying? I hear y'all. Y'all not hearing me. You know why y'all ain't gonna hear me? Because y'all haven't studied the history to see the effects of it. I'm telling you that
You come from a family of slavery?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
You know for a fact.
I know for a fact.
I don't even know.
I know for a fact that slavery exists in my family.
Where the conversation started? That's what I know.
Let me get to this point. If we sit back and we study our history and we study where we've been deprived from, you gotta know you gotta understand what your weaknesses are to improve and make it better. We need to look at our history and say, okay, we need to cry from this.
So you don't think we have enough history to know to do better and to change our situation to black people?
I'm saying too many don't know. Too
That
many. I just said two things were very important for that they can clean up a lot of how black people do. And y'all, I bet you can't name it. I bet you can't name the two things that I say we don't even study those things. We don't even look at it like that.
What you say, laws and what?
Say it again. Economics.
Economics.
Economics. Law and economics. Those are the two things that we need to be practicing amongst each other.
You don't think we do that though? You don't think we practice economics?
Hell no. CJ, me and you is. For what we building right now, yeah, we doing that.
So drug dealers not out there practicing economics?
Hell no. Hell no. Them niggas snitch on each other in a minute.
That's snitching. That ain't economics.
Yeah.
That nigga don't know how much you get on every house.
When we talk about economics, We talking about you go. So you see the drug dealers will go there and be like, yeah, I'm a dope dealer. Saying it all loud. Hold up, I'm a dope dealer. We got what you do for a living? I sell drugs. You think you gonna put that on the loan? You think you gonna put that on a loan application? No, you going to the extreme and trying to. You trying to write an extreme down on what I'm saying? Say drug dealer, that's economics. Come on, man.
We know
you can't go down there and write this shit down on a little loan application. But I'm talking about business, man. I'm talking about real business.
You studying economics.
Nah, we talking about proper economics then.
What's proper economics?
Since you want to go to the extreme.
What's proper economics?
Proper economics is like saying, all right, man, we gonna get some businesses going. We gonna start it. We started from scratch, but we gonna take $50 a piece and put it in this pot for a year or two.
That's not the only example of economics.
I'll give you an example. Hold up. You just asked me. I'm giving you an example of it. I don't speak in absolutes. I didn't say that was the only way. I'm giving you. I'm showing.
I gave you.
I'm showing another way. He gave you
examples of
just because it's not no legal way. I didn't say it ain't no.
Man, look, that you can't build that shit in a legal way and go down there and talk about, yeah, man, we talking about some shit you can get past in a real business.
Hey, man.
And respected as a real business.
How come
now you want to bring that shit up and talk about drugs. We talking about fixing the goddamn problem. You want to use the extreme say, we talking about selling drugs.
How come everybody know about the movie Scarface then?
And
I approach the music part of the law.
Hold on, we talking about
to turn Rockefeller into a $1 billion
man,
drug.
I get it. Hold up, we talking about in a proper. If we talking about it now, you want to go add backwards and talk about some negative shit. We talking about some real shit that we can get together
and Jay-Z a philanthropist now. How is that negative?
We talking about so if
he made a choice.
I tell you what, you sell dope. Do you sell dope?
I have before.
Would you tell your son to sell dope?
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
Because it's a choice I don't want to
make. Why?
It's the wrong choice.
Exactly. So the thing I'm talking about. Hold on. I get what you're saying, but we're not talking about the negative part of it.
We're talking about economics.
We talking about the positive perspective. We go down and take the banks.
Say that.
Oh, now you want to sit up there and say that.
Economics. I'm giving you economics.
Okay, we talking about no. I get what he's saying. And guess what? Okay, you want a point for that? Okay, but we talking about something that can go down and get respected in a court of law, in banks and stuff. We talking about something that we talking about a system we can pass down our children positively. Now, if you want to sit up there and say sell dope, we can build up another system by selling dope. I'm talking about a positive.
I was using it
now,
as
you want
an
to use
example.
negative and say that this is
now you gonna flip it. I was using it as an example of economics.
I was talking about in a positive like that they get respected in a business corporation.
When we talking about economics, we're talking about economics, right?
But see, man, look.
I just threw it out.
I get what you're saying. But look, we talking about a system.
I'm crash right now.
Did I say? All right, man. That ain't it is a form of it.
You said economics.
It's a form of it. But I'm saying what we need to practice. We need to practice on building with each other. We need to practice that. That's not building, man. We don't practice like that.
I agree with this.
We don't practice like that. What were we talking about earlier? What me, you, and Jay was talking about earlier?
Just figuring some shit out.
And what we talking about selling some dope? Alright then, we talking about something that's gonna be respected. We talking about something that's gonna be respected. I get what you're saying.
You made it seem like economics was like we couldn't get our job.
Didn't I say and law? Now that's if you go look at the law, selling drugs is against the law.
But we were talking about economics.
We talking about both of them. I named both of them. I said,
let's talk about the law then.
What